What's up, Freckle family? Welcome back. It's Monday, September 12th. Hope you all had a great weekend. I'm your daily trivia host, Ian Feiner, aka Lord Trivia himself. Freckle Daily Trivia consists of 5 everyday questions with weekly rotating topics. Each day you play earns you a raffle ticket towards amazing weekly prize draws like NFT airdrops, toys, collectibles, art, apparel, merch, and more. This week, we're partnering up with 2 incredible communities, Roosevelt's and Kreepy Club, to bring you an entire week of spooky, creepy trivia. So I'll be asking you about all things creepy, spooky, weird, and of course, scary. Roosevelt's is an apparel brand born from a love of sports, pop culture, and above all, having a kick-ass time. Roosevelt's clothing brings you the movies, shows, and artists that you love on high-quality products to obsess over. This is clothing for the bold and fun, for those who dare mighty things. Check out this video from Roosevelt's. Kreepy Club is a collective NFT art project existing on the Ethereum blockchain. The collection consists of 9,999 non-fungible tokens. There are 3 unique character styles using the same traits by their artists and great friends Creepy, Tomorrow Man, and Junkyard. Check out this video from Kreepy Club. Prizes this week are spooky and rad. Roosevelt's are giving away 15 different shirts from their spooky season collection, including this awesome shirt that I'm wearing right now. Roosevelt's have an incredibly diverse selection of licensed products. Make sure you check them out at roosevelts.com, and you can even use our coupon code Freckle15 for 15% off. Now, Kreepy Club are giving away 9 of their NFTs from their collection, 3 from each of their artists, Creepy, Tomorrow Man, and Junkyard. Additional prizes, of course, come from our sponsors at Diamond Select Toys, Funko Pop, NECA, and more. Now, let's get creepy, spooky, and weird with the first question of the day. This fish seen here has terrifying human-like teeth. Is it A, the rotefish, B, the pacu fish, C, the anglerfish, or D, the halibut? Well, smile for the camera. This creepy fish with pearly whites is known as B, the pacu fish. Also known as the vegetarian piranha, the pacu fish can get to be up to 97 pounds and can be found in water surrounding South America. Their teeth are lined with blunt human-like molars used for grinding down and eating aquatic vegetation. They're actually not the only fish with human-like teeth. The sheephead fish also sports a goofy smile. Now, moving on to a question about a different kind of aquatic terror. Question 2, who is the only character to appear in and survive all 4 Jaws films? Is it A, Martin Brody, B, Sean Brody, C, Captain Mike, or D, Michael Brody? Well, Jaws is a terrifying film about a killer great white, and the only character to survive all of the attacks off the coast of Massachusetts is D, Michael Brody. Despite all the Hollywood craze, shark attacks are actually fairly uncommon. You have a better chance of getting struck by lightning, but when it comes to the fictional town of Amity Island, lightning seems to strike quite a bit. Now, try not to fall asleep during question 3. a state between sleep and awake. This spooky syndrome has also been called a waking coma. Is it A, hypocomatose, B, sleep-wake syndrome, C, locked-in syndrome, or D, microcomatose? Well, you've probably heard about sleep paralysis, a condition where upon awaking from a slumber, an individual's mind is still kind of asleep, causing nightmarish hallucinations. But our answer, C, locked-in syndrome, is actually even scarier. Sufferers from locked-in syndrome exhibit all the symptoms of an actual coma, but they are fully aware of their surroundings, entirely awake in their own minds, but without the ability to move, speak, or enact other normal body functions. It's terrifying. Now, moving on to question 4. What name do you not want to say in front of a mirror 3 times? Is it A, Jack Skeleton, B, Candyman, C, Pinhead, or D, Pumpkinhead? Unless your goal was to summon his ghostly presence, we'd highly recommend not saying B, Candyman, in front of a mirror 3 times. Candyman is based on a short story by Clive Barker and was turned into a feature film series in the 1980s and also rebooted this last year. It's a modern-day allegory on race, it's extraordinarily violent, and honestly, quite scary. Now for the final question of the day. What American horror film franchise is based on the Japanese film Ju-on? Is it A, The Ring, B, The Grudge, C, Scream, or D, Nightmare on Elm Street? Well, actually, both The Ring and The Grudge were based on Japanese horror films. But while The Ring is based on a film called Ringu, our answer, B, The Grudge, is based on a series called Ju-on. The Ju-on, meaning curse, is a Japanese malevolent spirit stemming from a horrific and often violent tragedy. I personally found the original Japanese version to be far scarier than its American counterpart. And that concludes the first day of Spooky Creepy Trivia. I've been your host, Ian Feiner, and thank you so much for playing, and thanks to our prize sponsors for the week, Roosevelt's and Kreepy Club. Make sure you jump on our Discord server, discord.gg/Freckle, to be included in our weekly prize raffles. We'll be back again tomorrow to scare the pants off you in another round of trivia. Thanks for playing. What's up, Freckle family? Welcome back. It's Tuesday, September 13th, and I'm your daily trivia host, Ian Feiner, aka Lord Trivia himself. Freckle Daily Trivia consists of 5 everyday questions with weekly rotating topics. Each day you play earns you a raffle ticket towards amazing weekly prize draws like NFT airdrops, toys, collectibles, merch, apparel, and more. This week, we're partnering up with 2 incredible communities, Roosevelt's and Kreepy Club, to bring you an entire week of spooky, creepy trivia. So I'm gonna be asking you all things creepy, spooky, weird, and of course, scary as hell. Now, Roosevelt's is an apparel brand born from the love of sports, pop culture, and above all, having a kick-ass time. Roosevelt's clothing brings you the movies, shows, artists, and sports leagues that you love on high-quality products to obsess over. This clothing line is for the bold and fun, for those who dare mighty things. Check out this video from Roosevelt's. Kreepy Club is a collective NFT art project existing on the Ethereum blockchain. The collection consists of 9,999 non-fungible tokens. There are 3 unique character styles using the same traits by their incredible artists and great friends, Creepture, Tomorrowman, and Junkyard. Check out this video from Kreepy Club. prizes this week are spooky and rad. Roosevelt's are giving away 15 different shirts from their spooky collection. Check out this Friday the 13th bomber that was actually just released today in honor of the 13th. This thing is incredible. It's fully reversible. It's got Jason on the back. Check that out. I'm a huge fan, and if you want these, it's definitely going to sell out fast. So I recommend you head to roosevelts.com and use our discount code Freckle15 for 15% off and get yours immediately. Now, Kreepy Club are giving away 9 of their NFTs from the collection, 3 from each artist, Creepture, Tomorrowman, and Junkyard. Additional prizes, of course, come from our sponsors at Diamond Select, Funko Pop, NECA, and more. Now, let the Creep Show begin with question 1. What is the name for the strange psychological compulsion where sufferers eat their own hair? Is it A, trichophagia, B, dermatophagia, C, agoraphobia, or D, multiphagia? Well, this one will certainly send chills down your spine. But while there are other compulsions that are more common, plenty of people actually suffer from A, trichophagia. The compulsion to eat your own hair has been recorded since ancient times, and in some cultures, the hairballs exhumed from the stomach, known as bezoars, are thought to have medicinal and supernatural powers. Super weird. Now, next question is about one of my favorite horror films. Question 2, who is the main villain in the Hellraiser film franchise? Is it A, Freddy Krueger, B, Michael Myers, C, Pinhead, or D, Sawface? Well, leader of the Cenobites, our answer is C, Pinhead. Hellraiser is based on a Clive Barker novella known as Hellbound Heart and was turned into a somewhat successful film franchise in 1987. He didn't in fact have the name Pinhead in the first film, but Pinhead was used in Hellraiser 3 after many fans of the franchise in the first 2 films began colloquially referring to him as Pinhead for obvious reasons. Now, moving on to question 3. This horror film is rumored to have used actual human corpses in the production. Is it A, Poltergeist, B, Suspiria, C, The Happening, or D, Pet Sematary? Well, after a bunch of my own research, this isn't actually a rumor. All signs point to truth. Our answer, A, Poltergeist, actually used real skeletons in the film's production. Weirdly enough, the real skeletons for scientific research were cheaper at the time than the plastic props used in most other films. Lead actress Jo Beth Williams wasn't actually made aware of this creepy fact until after she had finished shooting the scene. Talk about a real nightmare. Now, this question will live forever. Question 4. What animal is said to be the only creature on the planet that is immortal? Is it A, the Australian sea slug, B, the cytoplasmic bacterium, C, Dorney jellyfish, or D, the forever fly? Living forever, is it a blessing or is it a curse? Personally, I wouldn't want to live forever, but the reality is that there's only one creature on the planet known to be immortal. Our answer, C, the Dorney jellyfish seen in this photo, is fascinating and the only creature known that be biologically immortal. It could actually revert back from its sexually mature stage to its polyp stage, creating a new colony of polyps. Repeating this process in perpetuity can go on to live forever. Absolutely insane. Now, for the last question of the day, why was the chainsaw originally invented? Is it A, to slaughter animals, B, to assist in childbirth, C, to build houses, or D, to cut blocks of ice? So fun fact, I'm actually terrified of chainsaws. So this truly creepy bit of information is a, scary thing for me. Invented by a pair of Irish doctors in the 1700s, the original use for a chainsaw was B, to assist in forced childbirth. Prior to the existence of a C-section, a chainsaw was used to remove parts of the pelvis efficiently enough to save the child. These chainsaws seen in this photo were operated by a hand crank and resemble definitely more of a medical device than the modern day chainsaws we use today. And that concludes today's round of Spooky Creepy Trivia. I've been your host, Ian Feiner, and thank you so much for playing today. And thanks to our sponsors for the week, Roosevelt's and Kreepy Club. Make sure you jump on our Discord server, discord.gg/Freckle, to be included in our weekly prize raffles. And we'll be back again tomorrow for another round of Creepy Trivia. Thanks for playing, everyone. What's up, Freckle family? Welcome back. It's Wednesday, September 14th, and I'm your daily trivia host, Ian Feiner, aka Lord Trivia himself. Freckle Daily Trivia consists of 5 everyday questions with weekly rotating topics. Each day you play earns you a raffle ticket towards amazing weekly prize draws like NFT airdrops, toys, collectibles, merch, apparel, and more. This week, we're partnering up with 2 incredible communities, Roosevelt's and Kreepy Club, to bring you an entire week of spooky, creepy trivia. So I'll be asking you about all things creepy, spooky, weird, and scary. Roosevelt's is an apparel brand born from a love of sports, pop culture, and above all, having a kick-ass time. Roosevelt's clothing brings you the movies, shows, artists, and sports leagues that you love on high-quality apparel worth obsessing over. This clothing is for the bold and the fun, and for those who dare mighty things. Check out this video from Roosevelt's. Kreepy Club is a collective NFT project existing on the Ethereum blockchain. The collection consists of 9,999 non-fungible tokens. There are 3 unique character styles using all the same traits by their friends and artists Creepture, Tomorrowman, and Junkyard. Check out this awesome video from Kreepy. Prizes this week are both spooky and rad. Roosevelt's are giving away 15 different shirts from their spooky season collection. Check out this Friday the 13th bomber that was just released yesterday. This is actually the same bomber I wore in yesterday's episode, but it's the reverse side, and I honestly can't decide which side I like more. Now, these will definitely sell out fast, so make sure you head to roosevelts.com and use our discount code FRECKLE15 for 15% off and get yours ASAP. Kreepy Club are giving away 9 of their NFTs, 3 from each of their artists, Creepture, Tomorrowman, and Junkyard. Additional prizes come from our sponsors at Diamond Select, Funko Pop Toys, NECA, and more. Now, before we get started, big announcement time. It's Alex Scales' birthday today, and Roosevelt's gave us a really cool shirt to give him for his birthday. I'm gonna take this out, I'm gonna show this, and we're gonna give it to him right now. This is a sick shirt. I'll probably wear this a Friday of this week. It's a Beetlejuice shirt with the sandworm. This is part of the spooky collection. We'll be giving away some of these. And Alex, there you go, brother. He gets one for his birthday. Happy birthday to Alex. I'm not gonna sing for him, but that's okay. Everyone, jump in the Discord and wish Alex a big happy birthday. Send him feet pics. Now, let's kick things off with the first spooky question of the day. All work and no play. makes Johnny a dull boy is repeated in the pages of what spooky novel? Is it A, The Shining, B, Pet Sematary, C, Make-Believe Terrors, or D, Creepshow? It's also a well-known line from the feature film adaptation. The answer is A, The Shining. Throughout the novel and film, the main character is writing a book, and it's later revealed, spoiler alert everybody, that every single page is the same phrase. All work and no play makes Johnny a dull boy, repeated over and over and over. The Shining was written by Stephen King and adapted into a film by Stanley Kubrick. But it's a well-known fact that while the film is extremely successful, Stephen King is personally just not a fan. Now, next question is about a spooky movie. Question 2. What horror film was produced with a very small budget and in only 7 days? Is it A, The Texas Chainsaw Massacre, B, The Ring, C, Them, or D, Paranormal Activity? Though many horror films have been notoriously low budget and a darling of the independent film community, one stands out as the cheapest made and highest grossing of all time. Our answer is D. Paranormal Activity was made for a budget of just $200,000 and shot in 7 days. The film grossed nearly $200 million, and Paramount acquired the movie for $350K and spent millions of dollars marketing the film. It was billed as the scariest movie you'd ever see and actually pioneered an entire genre of horror films. It's technically the highest grossing film ever made from an ROI standpoint. Now, this next question is for the birds. Question 3. What is the creepy name given to a group or gathering of crows? Is it A, a death of crows, B, a murder of crows, C, a spook of crows, or D, a terror of crows? Crows are actually incredibly intelligent creatures. They can remember a person's face, solve complex puzzles, and even hold a grudge, so watch out. The name for a group or gathering of crows is B, a murder of crows. It's weird, the English language has a certain fondness for giving names to groups of birds. There's a parliament of owls, a charm of finches, a lamentation of swans. The list honestly goes on, but it's a murder of crows. The next question is about the creepiest type of interior decoration. Question 4. The Sedlec ossuary. It features decorations made of actual human bones, and it can be found in what country? Is it A, Egypt, B, Czech Republic, C, France, or D, Romania? Well, if you ever found yourself at the Sedlec ossuary, you're in Kunta Ora, B, Czech Republic. Check out this photo. The ossuary is lavishly decorated and furnished with artistic uses of human remains. From the archways and the chapel and this famous chandelier, the ossuary is said to be made up of the human remains from 40 to 70,000 different individuals. Not far from the city of Prague, the chapel sees over 200,000 visitors a year. Super creepy. Now it's time to drink the Kool-Aid with the final question of the day. This one's for my cult fans. Which famous actress was raised in a cult? Is it A, Natalie Portman, B, Tilda Swinton, C, Juliette Lewis, or D, Glenn Close? So some may not consider the moral rearmament or the MRA to be a cult, but according to D, Glenn Close, it's basically as much of a cult as you can get. The MRA was started by an evangelist in the 1920s, and Close's parents joined the cult when she was about 7 years old. She didn't leave the oppressive religious movement behind till she was 22 years old, which means she spent 15 years under its guidance. Close went on to win Emmys, Tonys, Golden Globes, but sadly, even after 8 Academy Award nominations, she still hasn't won an Oscar. And that concludes today's round of spooky trivia. I've been your host, Ian Feiner, and thank you so much for playing, and big thanks to our sponsors this week, Roosevelt's and Kreepy Club. Make sure you jump on our Discord server, discord.gg/Freckle, to be included in our weekly prize raffles. We'll be back again tomorrow to scare the living crap out of you in another round of spooky daily trivia. See you tomorrow, everyone. What's up, Freckle family? Welcome back. It's Thursday, September 15th, and I'm your daily trivia host, Ian Finer, aka Lord Trivia himself. Freckle Daily Trivia consists of 5 everyday questions with weekly rotating topics. Each day you play earns you a raffle ticket towards amazing weekly prize draws like NFT airdrops, toys, collectibles, merch, apparel, and more. This week, we're partnering up with 2 incredible communities, Roosevelt's and Kreepy Club, to bring you an entire week of spooky, creepy trivia. So I'm gonna be asking you all things spooky, creepy, weird, and scary. Roosevelt's is an apparel brand born from a love of sports and pop culture, and above all, having a kick-ass time. Roosevelt's clothing brings you movies, shows, artists, sports leagues that you love on high-quality products to obsess over. This clothing is for the bold and fun, and for those who dare mighty things. Check out this video from Roosevelt's. Kreepy Club is a collective NFT art project existing on the Ethereum blockchain. The collection consists of 9,999 non-fungible tokens. There are 3 unique character styles using the same traits by their artists and great friends, Kreepy, Tomorrow Man, and Junkyard. Check out this awesome video from Kreepy Club. Prizes this week are both spooky and rad. Roosevelt's are giving away 15 shirts from their spooky season collection, including this awesome Halloween-themed Michael Myers shirt I'm wearing right now. I actually think this thing is rad. It's got the knives and Michael Myers hiding right there. It's a sweet shirt. Roosevelt's have an incredibly diverse selection of products, so make sure you check them out at roosevelts.com. And of course, you can even use our coupon code right now, Freckle15, for 15% off. Kreepy Club are giving away 9 of their NFTs from their collection, 3 from each of their artists, Kreepy, Tomorrow Man, and Junkyard. These NFTs are creepy. The collection is sold out. You definitely want at least one of these. Thank you, Kreepy Club. Now, additional prizes come from our sponsors at Diamond Select, Funko Pop, NECA, and more. And let's get the first question of the day started. It's about creepy stuff happening on the set of a creepy movie. Which horror film saw 9 individuals die during its production? Is it A, The House on Haunted Hill, B, The Exorcist, C, The Shining, or D, The Haunting? Look, every now and then someone passes away during the production of a movie. It's sad, and it's usually an elderly actor due to natural causes. But in the case of B, William Friedkin's The Exorcist, a total of 9 different people died during the production of the film, including 2 actors, a production supervisor, and a delivery man. And there was even more, and people said that the film was cursed from day 1. A fire broke out on the soundstage, but eerily enough, the production set, the bedroom set, the famous bedroom set, was miraculously untouched from the fire. That's spooky. Now, moving on to question 2. In the film Psycho, Norman Bates partakes in this hobby. Is it A, model airplanes, B, model trains, C, taxidermy, or D, photography? Alfred Hitchcock's film Psycho is arguably the best, but certainly the best performing of his long career. The main character, who has a penchant for his mother and murder, also has an unusual hobby. Norman Bates is seen stuffing dead animals during moments of the film, which is known as taxidermy. The practice of taxidermy began in the 16th and 17th century as a means for preserving specimens gathered by world explorers. I think it's creepy. Next question is about an unusual tourist destination. Question 3. The catacombs underneath the city of Paris house the human remains of over 6 million people. People that died from what? Is it A, the plague, B, war, C, cancer, or D, old age? The Paris catacombs are one of the most visited tourist sites in Paris, next to the Louvre and of course the Eiffel Tower. Said to hold over 6 million human remains of people that died during the time of A, the bubonic plague. As the city's cemeteries were overflowing, the catacombs were constructed as a means for keeping the deceased and keeping the plague-ridden corpses secure underground from infecting others. Now let's head to question 4. "I see dead people" is a famous line from what spooky movie? Is it A, The Ring, B, The Grudge, C, The Sixth Sense, or D, Poltergeist? Starring a young Haley Joel Osment and Bruce Willis, the famous line, "I see dead people," is from M. Night Shyamalan's C, The Sixth Sense. This chilling film about a young boy who could quite literally see dead people walking among us was the start of Shyamalan's career as the master of horror plot twists. If you haven't seen the movie, I'm not going to spoil it for you, but the twist at the end is notorious, and a majority of viewers never saw it coming. Now the final question is about the spookiest holiday there is. What country did Halloween originate in? Is it A, the United States, B, England, C, Ireland, or D, China? The tradition of Halloween stems all the way back to ancient Celtic festival known as Samhain. In C, Ireland, the Celts would light bonfires and dress up in costumes to ward off ghosts and evil spirits. The traditions were adapted across multiple cultures with new themes added in, like carving jack-o'-lanterns, black cats, and of course, trick-or-treating. Modern-day celebrations of Halloween are an amalgamation of multiple cultural elements that evolved throughout the course of history. And I love trick-or-treating. Now that concludes today's round of spooky trivia. I've been your host, Ian Feiner, and thank you so much for playing today. And thanks for our sponsors, Roosevelt's and Kreepy Club. Make sure you jump in our Discord server, discord.gg/Freckle, to be included in our weekly prize raffles. Now we'll be back again to scare the living daylights out of you with another round of spooky trivia. Thanks so much for playing, everybody. What's up, Freckle family? Welcome back, TGIF. It's Friday, September 16th, and I'm your daily trivia host, Ian Feiner, aka Lord Trivia himself. Freckle Daily Trivia consists of 5 everyday questions with weekly rotating topics. Each day you play earns you a raffle ticket towards amazing weekly prize draws like NFT airdrops, whitelist, toys, collectibles, and more. This week, we partnered up with 2 incredible communities, Roosevelt's and Kreepy Club, to bring you an entire week of spooky, creepy trivia. So I'll be asking you about all things creepy, spooky, weird, and scary. Check out these videos from our weekly sponsors. prizes this week are both spooky and rad. Roosevelt's are giving away 15 different shirts from their spooky season collection, including this awesome Beetlejuice shirt I'm wearing today. Roosevelt's have an incredibly diverse selection of products, so make sure you check them out at roosevelts.com, and you can even use our coupon code Freckle15 for 15% off today. Kreepy Club are also giving away 9 of their NFTs from their collection, 3 from each of their artists, Creepture, Tomorrowman, and Junkyard. I'm a big fan of their collection. It's entirely sold out. I can't even decide which one of these artists is my favorite, but maybe you'll have a favorite. Additional prizes come from our sponsors at Diamond Select, Funko Pop Toys, NECA, and more. Now let's start the beginning of the end with a question about irrational fears. Emetophobia is a fear of this. Is it A, getting your eye poked out, B, snakes, C, clowns, or D, tummy aches? Look, everyone's afraid of something. I'm afraid of chainsaws. Some fears are more irrational than others, but these days it seems like there's a phobia for everything. Even the fear of peanut butter sticking to the roof of your mouth, known as arachnobutyrophobia. But in this case, in honor of Tomorrowman's Kreepy Club art, emetophobia is a fear of A, getting your eye poked out. Emetophobia is actually just a general fear of the eyes, but it's been widely accepted as a fear for having your eye touched or pierced. Scary stuff, nobody wants that. So let's head to a haunted house for question 2. What spooky house and tourist attraction found in California is built like a maze with doors and staircases that lead to nowhere? Is it A, the Winchester House, B, the Amityville House, C, the Duncan House, or D, the Zodiac House? Well, our answer, A, the Winchester Mystery House, is a mansion in San Jose, California that was once the personal residence of Sarah Winchester, who was the widow of firearms magnate William Wirt Winchester. The house became a tourist attraction 9 months after Winchester's death in 1922. Check out these photos. The house features strange bits of architecture and construction due to Sarah Winchester's deteriorating mental health and obsession with the supernatural. The house was one of the longest continuous construction projects in the entire United States. Many features were built to trap spirits or allow her to hide from the spirits that were haunting her. She also notoriously slept in a different room every night. Creepy stuff. Now, let's get vampiric with the next question. What is Count Dracula's real name? Is it A, Dooku, B, Nosferatu, C, Vlad the Impaler, or D, Le Vampire? Well, he's gone by so many names and iterations throughout history, books, films, and television, but the OG vamp himself, Count Dracula, is in fact C, Vlad the Impaler. Vlad Dracula was a hero of Romania and famous for putting the heads of his enemies on stakes outside of the gates of his residence. Bram Stoker's book Count Dracula was the first book to tie Dracula name to vampiric culture, and of course the rest is horror history. Question 4 is about a Halloween tradition. Jack-o'-lanterns were originally made out of what vegetable? Is it A, beets, B, turnips, C, eggplant, or D, potatoes? Before pumpkins, a different type of vegetable was used to carve those famous jagged-toothed smiles that have become synonymous with Halloween culture. It's not an eggplant, and it's not a potato. Our answer is in fact B. Turnips, which were widely available at the time, were the first used to carve jack-o'-lanterns. The origin of the jack-o'-lantern comes from folklore surrounding the spirit of Jack-o'-lantern. The first jack-o'-lanterns were actually really scary looking and were used to ward off jack-o'-lantern's evil spirit. Fun fact, the largest producer of pumpkins used for jack-o'-lanterns today is Illinois. And now, for the final question of the week, this horror comedy was almost called Scared Sheetless. Is it A, Happy Death Day, B, Dark Shadows, C, Gremlins, or D, Beetlejuice? We'll say his name 3 times and he shall appear in his signature striped suit Our answer is D, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice. The horror comedy, directed by Tim Burton and starring Michael Keaton in the titular role, went through a few different naming iterations. The working title of the film was Scared Sheetless, a clever pun that the studio deemed to be too inappropriate for widespread distribution. If you notice, I'm actually wearing this Beetlejuice-inspired shirt from Roosevelt's featuring the signature stripes and Beetlejuice's pet sandworm. We're giving away 3 of these shirts to lucky winners this weekend. I hope you're one of them. And that concludes this week of Spooky, Creepy Trivia. I've been your host, Ian Feiner, and thank you so much for playing, and thanks to our sponsors this week, Roosevelt's and Kreepy Club. Make sure you jump in our Discord server, discord.gg/Freckle, to be included in our weekly prize raffles. And as a reminder, we're giving away 15 of these Roosevelt shirts, 9 Kreepy Club NFTs, and a whole bunch of other spooky stuff. We'll see you again Monday for another awesome collab. We're partnering up with Cybonics and Bandai Namco for an entire week of science fiction trivia. Thanks so much for playing, everyone, and have a fantastic weekend.